all Form 3 fellow students, good afternoon. Okay. And let's start our online live tutorial. Okay. Today we are going to talk about the present and past participle as adjectives. If you have your textbook, please turn to page 14. Page 14. Okay. Now, today in Hong Kong, we are suffering from COVID-19. You know that it's quite serious. Okay. And now, every day we got some guidelines from Hong Kong government. For example, wet hands under running water. The color side of the mask face outwards. Discard the used mask in a neat rubbish bin. The blocked drains and pipes should be repaired quickly. Look at these words here. Sometimes we use running, sometimes we use color, or use block leak. For example, you can see that running. Look at this picture. The water is running out from the tip. The mask, the color side, okay, face outwards. Look at this rubbish bin. They are neat. Here, close. Another one. Look at this pipes here. It is blocked. Look here. You can see something here. Okay. Now we call this thing participle. They are called participle, but we call this one is present participle, and this one is past participle. Okay. Okay, first of all, present participle and past participle. Okay, right here, they are formed from the base form of words. They are formed from the base form of words. Okay, sometimes, or usually we can use this kind of participle as adjectives. Okay. So we start from word first. Okay. What's meant by words? Okay, a word is a word tells about an action or what the subject is doing. For example, break, burn, drink, give, run, etc. Like here, they are all words. Here. Do you remember in your worksheet? We have an irregular word form table. Do you remember your word table in your vocabulary worksheet? Okay, look here. Okay. Look here. I took from your worksheet Unit 5. Yeah, Unit 5. Where this irregular word table. Right here, we have pen, home, hanging, or here, heard, hearing, something like this. Okay, and now just focus on the four columns. Just focus on the fourth column here. Okay, right here, the fourth column here. What can you see here? Right here, the most things you can find in this column. You can see hanging, ing, hearing, ing, keeping, ing. All are at ing here. Okay? All are at ing here. Look at this call. You can see that, oh, it's very easy. It's very easy. Okay? You can see that. You just put down ing, you just add ing here. You can form a present participle. A present participle here. Okay? Now, and now, let's go to, okay, let's go to the third column. The third column here. The third column, the past participle. You can see they are all irregular verb here. Okay. For example, go and gone. You can see gone. Do, did, done. Done. Most words here, we add ed. We add ed. Okay? But sometimes, maybe we just add d. Sometimes we add n here, or sometimes we change the whole words. For example, great, woken. Okay? So, we call all these things, all these words, past participle. Past participle. Okay? Yes. But yeah. And so, let's do an exercise. Let's do an exercise here. Okay? I mentioned some words, okay, above. And here we have wait, burn, power, drink, fly, give, like this. Okay? For example, when, okay, present participle. You remember what do we add in this column? What do we add in this column? ing. Okay? So it's very easy. This column, we just put down, okay, ing here. Okay, then we form a present participle. We form a present participle here. Okay, here we all put down ing. Okay, very easy. Okay, but right here, I put some special things here. Okay, so here, this was here. Okay, let me see this one. Yeah, give. Okay, do you remember I say that sometime? Okay, sometime. Or maybe you have learned before. If you have a letter E here, a letter E here, what do we do? Do we add ing? Just put down ing? No. Okay, no. Remember, if we have a letter E here, we should delete or cancel this letter. Okay, so we can change it to here. No E here. How about one or and sit? One and sit. Right here. We have also learned before. Here, we have our while here, you and I. Okay, it is a while. If we have a while here, we should add one more letter. Okay, so Here, R-U-N. Okay. Good. Running. And we should add one more N. Double N here. One more N. Okay? Remember to do that. Okay? And also, the past participle. Past participle. Yeah? Okay? I say that we just put down ED. Usually, most word we put down ED here. Okay? So, we just put down. Okay? And ED. And now, I say that most words, but not all. Not all. For example, wait. Okay. For example, drink. Fire. Okay. You should remember this ring. Change it to broken. Okay. Broken. Okay. And drunk. Okay. Fly, full. Or gave, given. Okay. You can look up in your dictionary or just visit some dictionary website. Okay. And then you can find all this work. I will upload this exercise. Okay. In our Google Classroom, and then later I will give you the answer. I hope during this period or this time, although we are suffering from COVID-19, remember, don't give up. You can learn something. Around you. For example, a flying bird, a sleeping cat, a broken cup, or a color paper. Okay. Learn everything from all these words. Okay. Remember this thing. And I want to remind you again. Okay. How do we form present participle? First of all, most words we should have ing. For example, relaxing. And excite, remember here, E. Delete the letter E. Exciting. And because we have our while here, okay, we should add one more N. Running. And how do we form past participle? Okay, we should add ed. Most words we add ed. But remember, sometimes we have e at the end of the word, so we just put down d. Or sometimes we have to change the whole word, break, and become broken. Okay? And that's what I want to say. Remember, don't give up. And now I will pass my lesson to Ms. Long. Okay?
All right, thank you, Mr. Le. Thank you. Okay, now students, Mr. Leung already taught you how to change the verbs. So now, please take out your textbook 3B. Turn to page 14. Okay, textbook. Turn to page 14. Now, in my part, I'm going to teach you, okay, about present and past participle. Before I start teaching, okay? All right, Mr. Leung already taught you how to change verbs, okay, into different tenses. Okay, now let's look at this verb table. All right. Now, Mr. Leung did mention irregular. Now, in this table, showing you regular and irregular. Regular, that means very simple, just add ed in the past tense, past participle. Irregular, that is, you don't have any pattern. All right, now let's have a revision first. Okay, now go, this is the base form of verb. Do you remember? Mr. Leung already taught you. Go, went, gone, going. All right, now if you are sitting in front of the camera, okay, now please follow me. Let's work out all the verbs. Number 2, do, did, done, doing. Number 3, amazed. Amazed, amazed, amazing. Number 4, bored, 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 bored. Number 5, break, broke, broken, breaking. Number 6, interest, interested. Interested, interesting. Number 7, lose, lost, lost, losing. Number 8, steal, stole, stolen, stealing. Okay, now, why Mr. Leung would like to go through this table and Mr. Leung taught you the verb table with you? Because now I'm going to focus on these 2 columns, past participle and present participle. Okay. PowerPoint. PowerPoint. Am I right? I would like to use the PowerPoint. This one. Sorry. You know, teachers also. Yes, thank you. All right, now, so now I'm going to teach you about the participle. Okay, now let's look at here. Now here, 1 column, the 2nd column, the 3rd column, and the 4th column. So look at the red one. We call this as past participle, and this is present participle. So funny, these 2 columns got these word participle, but the difference is this is past and this is present. So past participle, as Mr. Leung already taught you, sometimes add ed, irregular, okay, you have to bear in mind, but most often end with, okay, en or nd, okay? And for the present participle, easy and simple, just add ing. All right, now, so basically, I would like to teach you participle as adjective. Why we have to learn this? Because now, knowing how to use verb in different form, then you can write very beautiful essay sentences. You can speak beautifully, all right? So now, so basically there are 2 types of participle adjectives, 2 kinds. The first one, present participle. As I said, simple. You just use the base form verb plus ing, and then the second one is past participle, verbs plus ed or en. All right? Now, then you will ask why we use participle as adjective. Because as I said, okay, we would like to write beautiful things. So you all know this pattern, okay? Present participle, past participle, okay? So these are the base form of this column, okay? Now, you may ask, Ms. Leung, now these 2, present participle, past participle, what are the differences between them, okay? Now, the difference between them basically is they are described different things, all right? Now, there are 3 meanings. Number 1 is to show feelings. I'm sure you all know what is feeling is. Surprising? Okay. Sad or boring? Okay. And decide. Look at this picture. You got so many faces showing you different feelings. Oh. Okay, I don't want to explain. Now, decide, right, decide. Okay. So these are different verbs of feelings. Alright? So now let's look at every word. Is amazed, bored, excited, satisfied, terrified, amused, disappointed, frightened, shocked, tired. I don't want to show picture. You know tired, what does it mean? Annoyed, embarrassed, interest. You know what is the interest mean? Surprised, worried. Okay? Now, please follow me, okay? I read once, follow me, read twice, okay? Amaze, amaze, amaze. Bore, bore, bore. Excite, excite, excite. Satisfy, satisfy, satisfy. Terrify, terrify, terrify. Amuse, amuse, amuse. Disappoint, disappoint, disappoint. Frighten, frighten, frighten. Shock, shock, shock. Tired, tired, tired. Annoy, annoy, annoy. Embarrass, embarrass, embarrass. Interest, interest, interest. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Worry, worry, worry. Now look at all these are verbs showing you feelings, right? But these verbs are in base form, all right? This column. So, why we have to know that? Because as I said, we use, okay, different participle to show feeling. Okay, now, since, okay, participle can show feeling, okay? So, firstly, let's look at the present participle first. Now, the present participle, as I said, how does it look like? Verb plus ing, right? This is an amazing performance. Amazing performance, okay. And the second one, this is a boring lesson. So, now, so this is the verb, and this verb, as I said, look at this verb. Can anyone tell me? This is present participle or past participle? This is ing, present participle, okay? So, now, in this case, using ing, show the feeling. So, this feeling is, this performance gives you the feeling. Now, watching this performance gives you the feeling, amazing. So, the lesson, boring. So, that is the quality, okay, the nature of this performance, lesson, okay, give you the feeling, amazing and boring. Am I right? This side, very often. Yes. And so, we use present participle that is to show feeling. You give you the feeling. Feelings. Okay, give you, emphasize, give you. But for the B, the second one, is that this is A, using color, right? Okay, so the second one is past participle. Can you tell me how does past participle look like? Yes. Okay. Past participle. Look at here. Okay. Maybe regular form ed, irregular sometimes. Okay. En. All right. Now, so past participle. When we use past participle, that is to show the feeling. Is okay. You have the feelings. Let's look at this example. We we were amazed. Past participle, okay, by their performance. Okay, so after watching the performance, I have the feeling amazed. I have the feeling amazed. So when you use past participle, that means you describing something, and you describing yourself have the feelings, regular. Have the feeling. Have the feelings. Okay, now, so look at here. Use present participle, ing, okay? That is, these things give you the feeling, okay? The show give you the feeling, amazing, give you the feeling. And B, when you use past participle, you have the feeling. Let's look at the example. The audience, that means the one watching the movie or the performance, felt amazed. You have the feeling amazed, okay? All right, now, and then what about the differences? The second one is the object, okay? Object, do the verbs. Or you can say do the action, okay? So, for example, let's look at here. Object, baby, okay? So, crying. Object, cup, all right? But, look at the baby. We use present participle, ing, okay? To show this action is done by the object, the baby flies. But look at the object here. What is the object here? A cup, okay? Cup cannot do this action. The cup does not break itself. So we use past participle, all right? So now, here we use present participle. We use present participle, that is to show, okay, object, do the verb. Okay, object, do the verb. Or actions. But we use, okay, past participle, sorry, object. Past participle, I use red, that means past participle, okay? Participle, that means the object, like the cup, does not do the verb or action or verb. I use verb. Okay, so now let's look at here. I'm checking whether you understand or not. Okay, we use present participle. Present participle, how does it look like? ing. So everyone was sent on the losing team. What does losing team mean? Team, okay, that means, okay, fail, okay? They lost the game, okay? So now here, team, this team, does they do this action? Yes, okay, they lose the game. So action is done by the object. But what about the second one? The police found the losing dog. Oh, losing dog. What is the object here? Dog is the object. All right, now, does the dog lose? Does the dog lose? No, someone lost the dog. So it is not correct. So in this case, we have to use past participle. Okay? So the verb, okay, are not done by the object, like the cup, like the dog. We use past participle. Okay? Okay, this example is correct. The police found the lost dog because someone lost the dog, not the dog loses it. Okay? Now, in the third meaning, when we describe, okay, the verbs to show action is continuous. Verbs to show action, continuous or completed. So what does it mean? Okay, let's look at the example. Okay, now if we use present participle, that means ing, the action continues. If we use past participle, the red column here, that means the action completed, done, finished. Alright? Leaves. Okay? So pay attention to the leaves hanging in the air. Alright? They are falling. So what about these leaves? Already on the floor. So now, this example showing you present participle continues. Falling leaves to describe the leaves. And those leaves in here, okay, already on the floor, completed, fallen leaves. So now, I've already gone through, okay, what are the differences of participle adjective? Okay, now there are two kinds, okay, where we show feeling or describe the feeling. We use present participle, okay? That is to give you the feeling. We use past participle, that is to, you have the feeling, okay? And also, the second one, you describe whether the object do the verb or not. And the third one is, the verb shows the action continuous or completed. Alright, now I would like to check, okay? Number one, I was surprised when I heard news. Okay, surprise. So A, when I was here, okay, think about here, the 3 minutes. This one have the feeling or give you the feeling. The news is, okay, give you the feeling or have feeling. So the first one, yes, you have the feeling surprise, and the news give you the feeling. So that's why the answer is past participle, present participle. Number two, okay, he is looking at the dance monkey. So present participle or past participle, think about the 3 meaning here. So here is to mention continuous, something the monkey is doing, dancing, yes. So number 3, so the snow is 5 meters depth, okay? Sorry, deep. So now here, think about the 3 meaning is to show a 1, 2, 3. Which one? Is to show completed, okay? It's not falling, completed, because already here, so high. Okay, so fallen, past participle. The last one, police found the car. So think about object, the car. Okay, does the object do the action? No, okay? So verb is not done by the object. So that's why the answer is past participle. Okay, now, I hope you can revise, and if you can't follow, you can watch the YouTube again. But tonight you have to go to the Google Classroom and do textbook page 15, the grammar practice. Thank you. Next, Mr. Wu, please.
Okay, hi. I'm your new English teacher. I'm substituting Miss Chiu and Miss Wong, and then I'm Tai Wong, and this is how to write my name. So for those of you recently received a assignment from this person, Kai Wong, that is me. So anyway, so today we are going to talk about like present participle phrases. So now we just learn about past participles and present participle, and now we are going to use them to make it these grammar item into sentences. So just quickly going through present participle. It gives you hints about which column do we need. Just a moment, I bring this one. This one is very useful. Like here. So when we talk about present participle phrases, so which one do you think that you will use? Simple present, simple past, this one, or this one? Well, it's very simple. It's gonna be this one. Present participle. It's gonna be this one. So make sure that you remember for the following presentation session, we are only gonna use this one. The one that a simple present adding an ing, or in some cases you remove the e, or just a double letter for the last word. Make sure this one, ing form, right? Okay, so present participle phrase. We're gonna talk about making a sentence, right? So phrase is a sentence. So how will you start? Easy. You start with a present participle. That means the very beginning of that phrase, that sentence, it is going to be a verb with an ing form, present participles. So, and then okay, now we talk about, now we know what is present participles, and then what is a present participle phrase look like. Now we're gonna okay, what does it do? How does it help us? Oh, give more information about the subject. So this is the keyword, information. So 我哋就可以俾多啲資訊佢有關呢個嘅subject. In this case, mean the first主語. So we we are going to the park. So we will be a subject, giving more information to the subject. And then it usually has an active meaning. Active, right here, it does not mean that would put, no, it's not. You hit active, you mean that in contradict to passive, 被動式. This is active, 主動. Okay, so now we talk about what they use to give more information and another active. So now we are going to talk more about this. Okay, that's how to the usage of this. Now we talk about why you use it. Now here. So first one, we show reasons why something happened. Reasons. So now if you reasoning say that oh, because something, and then instead we can use the present participle phrase to help you to give your ideas. And then just a period session, Ms. Long said, it will make your we give sentence more beautiful instead of just saying certain thing because something, and just putting it more pretty, in presenting your reasons. And here are some examples. Alright, so class, just repeat after me, Miss Green. So here. Knowing that her son is talented in singing, she encouraged him to join a singing competition. So this is a present participle because what do we have in the front? Yes, a present participle. The word with an ing form, a verb here. So it's knowing that is a sample of a present participle. And now you see that knowing that her son is talented in singing. This is a reason. This is the actual thing that okay. It means that 知道佢個仔就係好唱歌上面好有天分. This is the reason. And then this is the main point right here. She encouraged him to join a singing competition. 佢鼓勵佢個仔去參加佢嗰個嘅唱歌比賽. This is the reason. You give the reason, and that's one of the first use of present participle. Alright? We'll like come back to it, like it is slightly confusing. Come on, okay? Okay, now we're gonna talk about the second one, like why, okay. It's what like present participle phrase is useful. It shows two actions happen at the same time or one right after the other. So it means that like two things, like two actions, both of them happen together, or it just like one follow the other. 用中文講，即係話去解呢度係兩個動作咧，就係同時間發生啦，或者係啱啱就係之後佢一件事發生完之後再發生嘅。So in this kind of case, we'll use the present participle phrase. Now look at an example. Okay. Here. Let's read it together, class. Walking down the street, Mary saw a stray dog. Stray dog here means 流浪狗. So, okay, in this one, they just like breaking it down. The blue one, like identify, it's like action 1. 第一個動作. 2, Mary saw a stray dog. That is like the one in black, and then like this one is action 2. 第二個動作. Because both actions they happen at the same time. 兩個動作係同時間發生，係 Mary 行緊條街，然後望到一隻嘅流浪狗。So in this case, both happen at the same time. That's why we use present participle phrase. Okay, like a present participle phrase, it's just like talk about like conditions. So we're gonna explain like this one. Oh, I should like record something that like you should all know about it, like these kind of present participle phrase. These kind of present participle, do you often hear people like start their sentence in ing? I mean like when in their speech they talk to you. Do you often hear that? I give you 3 seconds to think about it. Okay? No. This one, remember, like make sure that like we don't often use present participle phrase in speaking. We only use it in writing, practically. You can use it in the speaking if you want, of course, but it's just not a common practice. So in your speaking lesson, I hope that like you don't start your sentence with a present participle. So this is not a common thing to do. All right. So proceed. Now look at an example. Having more practice, you will sing better. So this one is sort of like if you think it like the conditional sentence. If you recall your like knowledge, this is like having more practice, you will sing better. Like this one, having more practice is a condition. So like if you put in the if clause, so it will be like if you have more practice. Just directly translate it this way. And then you will sing better. This is the result. Just like the if clause, like just put comma, like the same thing. You will sing better. Is the result. If you do that, you'll get that. So 如果你係做多啲嘅練習，你就會唱得好啲啦。If condition is the same thing. This is another way to say like how you do like things in present participle in like a writing form. Make sure that like keep it like in your writing. All right, got it. Okay, we just do like okay. Here's one thing that like about like so I mentioned that like when you merge like two like complete sentence into like a present participle phrase. So here's the thing, that's something that like you may just get confused. Just make sure that like you are on the same page. So the subject of the present participle phrase and the subject of the main clause must be the same. So let's just like quickly look at this one. Like I'll just look at the example. Look at this one first. So if you like, if this is like a regular phrase, so like Okay, so first and foremost, we have to identify both of the sentences. They must have the same subject. Well, I already mentioned about what subject is here. Like the first word, normally, like something that like you do, 主语. So here, like the subject is we. We were watching the performers throw some balls around. We were surprised, and this we, both the subject, they are correct. Like they are the same, identical. And then like the subject of the main cause, and that will be like performers throw some balls around. And then like this is like the main cause of the subject. And now like you got the same idea. And that's why we can like write watching the performers throw some balls around, we were surprised. But this one, it must be the same. Now look at another example. Okay. So here, like just look at this sentence. This is like how to break it down into like two sentences, like how you suppose you say it, like in a speaking mode. We were watching the performer throw some ball. They surprised us. Because like this one, it's very simple to pick it up. They highlight in blue. We is the subject of the first sentence, while they is the subject of the second sentence. That means that like they are not the same. And when the subject not the same, that means no present participle phrase. They can't form a present participle phrase together because that's how it looks like. Watching the performer throw some balls around look correct, just like the first one. But they surprised it. But this one is incorrect because like the subject not identical. Okay. And of course, just like every sentence, we can always like make it into a negative form by putting the not before and. That means that like if you want to make a negative form of a present participle phrase, make sure you put the word not in front of the verb and like the ing one. So here's an example. Okay, although this one like it does start with like ing, but like still this one is coming with not. ing here, so it is a negative form of a present participle phrase. Just to class read together, not wanting to disappoint her fans, she showed up at the event even though it was raining heavily. Oh, okay. So still present participle phrase. So now like we know how to form like a present participle phrase right here. All right, and then this one, like I already mentioned at the front, because like I don't want to confuse you with your like speaking lecture, and that's why I tell you like okay, participle phrases are not usually in spoken language, but they're a good way in making your writing sounds more interesting. I hope you like remember this part. Keep it in your writing. Okay, quickly read. What is a present participle phrase? A phrase that like begin with a present participles, so ing, or you put a not in the front, and then like it gives you more subject about information about the subject, and usually has an active meaning. And when do we use like a present participle phrase? Show reason, and then like show two actions at the same time, one by the other. We'll talk about conditions. If one, if you need some review, like please like turn into your textbook 3B and then like page 16, like for more revision because the time is running out. I am going to quickly like at the end I'm gonna like showing like today's assignment to you. So here, like this is like a part of your today's homework, like doing your homework here. On like a book page like 16. So grammar practice like on this page and next page. Alright? So this is an example. how we change like a sentence and like an underlined sentence into a present participle phrases. So first thing, make sure that you identify the verb. Identify the verb, add it into ing form, and then make sure that here. So and that's how you get this one. As you watch on the game films, you may notice a female voice singing the theme song. And then we just make sure you change it like a verb into like an ing form, that's like a present participle. And then you basically just write down the next thing, like the main clause right here, you may not know, I don't know. Alright, so this one would be categorized in which one? So it's first one, giving more information, second one, two actions happening at the same time, or third one, condition. Well, you can consider this one as a number one, or number three, although it's a bit S, but this one is giving you more likely to give you more information. So make sure that this is the number one. Okay, now look at this one. When she was growing up in New Zealand, Lord becomes interested in performing on stage. As I said earlier, first thing to do, identify the verb. Okay, here, when she was growing up in New Zealand, which one is the verb? Easy, growing. Okay, this one, you say okay, Mr. Wong, what about was? No, was here, because this is a past continuous tense, was here is not really considered as a verb here. This one is a real verb, growing. So that would be any ideas. I give you 5 seconds before I show you the answer here. Alright, so growing up in New Zealand, Lord became interested in performing on stage. This is you just basically just copy this part, and you may ask, can I just change the word Lord into she here, she became interested in performing on stage? No, actually. Yes or no, you can do whatever you want, but it's more I'll suggest that just keep it the word Lord here, because just make sure you copy this clause here, just following the comma. So just keep it Lord became interested in performing on stage. So got it? Okay. This part is followed by more the second idea, one following up the other, and then they both happening at the same time. So alright, now I show you the sample one, and this is the first one, and then make sure you finish your meaningful sentence at home. And that's it for today. Thank you very much.